good morning, afternoon, evening. Do you believe that the world you live in today is the world you're destined to stay in forever? Do you think that the circumstances, the situations, the challenges, and the struggles that surround you are immutable? Or do you believe deep in your core that you can change your world? Let me tell you this, you can change your world. You have the power within you, but it starts with one thing, and one thing only, belief. You must first believe in yourself, the belief that your world can be different, that you have the ability, the willpower, and the strength to shape your life in the way you desire. Without belief, nothing moves forward. It is the foundation upon which all other actions are built. But belief alone is not enough. Belief must be backed by definiteness of purpose. What do you want to achieve? What is it that stirs your soul and makes you get up every morning with energy and determination? You must have a clear purpose. This purpose will guide you through the rough waters, keep you focused when distractions arise, and give you the courage to continue when the world tries to pull you off course. Without a clear purpose, you're drifting in a sea of uncertainty. Once you have that purpose, you need desire. Desire is not a fleeting wish. It's the intense, burning need to accomplish something, so powerful that it will not be extinguished by obstacles, failures, or even time. Desire is the fire that keeps you moving when the days are long and the challenges seem insurmountable. It is your passion for success that will push you to take action every single day, no matter how hard it gets. Your desire must be so strong that nothing can stand in your way. But passion and desire alone will not carry you to success. You must have faith. Faith in your vision, faith in your plan, and above all, faith in yourself. Hold your vision of success with such intensity that nothing, no obstacle, no challenge, no person can take it away from you. Doubt has no place in the mind of a person with a clear, unwavering vision. Faith is the key to overcoming the inevitable obstacles on your path. And then there's the matter of persistence. There is no such thing as an easy road to success. No one achieves greatness without setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Those who succeed persist. They rise each time they fall, they press forward when everyone else would quit, and they keep going when the end seems out of reach. Persistence is not just a trait, it's a decision. Decide to persist, and nothing will be able to stop you. But you can't do this alone. You need to master your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool at your disposal. It will create the reality you experience. If you fill it with negativity, doubts, and excuses, that's the world you will experience. But if you fill it with positivity, determination, and solutions, that's what you'll create. Your thoughts shape your world. Control them. Use them to your advantage. And then comes the final, essential element, action. All the belief, passion, faith, and persistence in the world will amount to nothing if you do not take action. Action turns dreams into reality. Without action, your vision will remain just that, a vision. But when you take consistent, intentional steps toward your goal, you build momentum. And momentum is the secret to achieving your dreams. Take action, no matter how small it may seem, and you will move forward. Finally, remember this, you don't have to do this alone. The people you surround yourself with will shape your destiny. Associate with those who challenge you, inspire you, and lift you higher. Seek out individuals who are on the same path as you, those who have a positive, growth-oriented mindset. The company you keep will either propel you forward or hold you back. So today, I challenge you to make a decision. Make a decision to change your world. Believe in yourself, define your purpose, fuel your desire, hold your faith, persist through challenges, master your mind, take action, and surround yourself with greatness. This is the blueprint to changing your world. You have everything you need to change your life. Now go and make it happen. Thank you. The moment you wake up in the morning, you stand at the intersection of who you are today and who you have the potential to become. It all begins with one truth. You are the master of your own fate. You have the power to change your world, but the key to unlocking that power lies within you. The first step to transforming your reality is to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in your own abilities, no one else will. Your belief is the foundation upon which everything else in your life will be built. Think about it. Every extraordinary achievement, every breakthrough, every success story that you've ever heard starts with one common factor: belief in oneself. This isn't just about hoping or wishing. It's about a deep, unshakable conviction that you are capable, that you can achieve, and that your potential is limitless. When you truly believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what challenges you face, because you know that you can overcome them. When you doubt yourself, every obstacle appears insurmountable. Every setback feels like the end of the road. But when you believe, every challenge is an opportunity to grow. The reality is, self-belief isn't something that's just handed to you. It's something you must cultivate. It requires a conscious effort to remove the mental blocks, the doubts, and the negativity that cloud your thinking. You must consciously decide to trust your own instincts, to back your own decisions, and to commit to your own vision, no matter how big or small. That belief comes from within, and it's the engine that propels you forward even when the road gets tough. But what does it truly mean to believe in yourself? It means acknowledging that you are capable of doing more than you've ever imagined. It's understanding that your past does not define your future, and your current situation is not your final destination. It means giving yourself permission to aim higher, to dream bigger, and to act boldly. The world will constantly try to tell you what you can and cannot do. It will try to impose limitations on your potential, but it is up to you to break through those barriers. When you believe in yourself, you refuse to accept anything less than your highest potential. Every great achievement started with someone who dared to believe that they could change their life and the world around them. Thomas Edison believed he could create the light bulb. Elon Musk believed he could make electric cars mainstream and send rockets into space. Oprah Winfrey believed she could build an empire out of nothing but a strong desire and belief in herself. These individuals didn't just believe in the possibility of success. They believed in their ability to turn their visions into reality. They understood that belief is not just an abstract idea. It's a force that drives action, that fuels persistence, and that keeps you focused when the path gets difficult. However, belief is not just about having positive thoughts or visualizing success. It's about taking consistent action, day in and day out, toward your goals. You can believe all you want, but if you don't take action, your belief will remain just a dream. Belief without action is like a car without fuel. It gets you nowhere. The power of belief lies in its ability to propel you into action, to push you to keep going when things get tough, and to help you stay on course when the distractions of life try to lead you astray. Belief fuels your motivation and motivates you to persist, no matter the setbacks, no matter the failures. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not in their ability to avoid obstacles. It's in their ability to believe that they can overcome them. Now, the journey to building this kind of self-belief is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments when you question whether you have what it takes to keep going. But this is where the true power of belief shows its strength. It's in those moments that your belief in yourself will either carry you through or let you fall. When you face the storms of life, it's your belief in your ability to weather those storms that will keep you moving forward. It's knowing that you are strong enough, capable enough, and resilient enough to stand up after every fall and keep going. You must embrace challenges, not fear them. Challenges are the very things that will test your belief in yourself and help you grow. The road to success is rarely a straight line. It's filled with bumps, detours, and obstacles that may seem impossible to overcome. But here's the truth. Every successful person you admire has faced those same obstacles. The difference is, they believed in themselves so fiercely that they didn't let those obstacles stop them. They saw every setback as a stepping stone, every failure as a lesson, and every moment of doubt as an opportunity to reaffirm their belief in their potential. When you believe in yourself, you stop looking for excuses and start finding solutions. You stop blaming circumstances or people for your situation, and instead you take responsibility for creating the life you want. Your belief in yourself empowers you to act boldly, to take risks, and to step into the unknown. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself the freedom to make mistakes, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Failure is not an end, it's just another opportunity to prove that you can overcome anything that comes your way. So, let me ask you this. Do you believe in yourself? Do you truly, deeply believe that you have what it takes to change your world? Because the moment you do, your life will begin to shift. The obstacles will seem smaller, the goals will appear within reach, and the challenges will become nothing more than stepping stones on your path to success. Your belief in yourself is the catalyst for everything else, the force that moves you from where you are now to where you want to be. It's the foundation upon which everything you want in life will be built. So start today. Believe in yourself with all your heart, and watch how the world around you begins to change. There is one universal truth that all successful people know, a truth that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who merely wish for them without a definite purpose. Your efforts are scattered and meaningless. It doesn't matter how much you desire success, how many times you try, or how hard you work. If you don't know exactly what you want, you will never truly get it. To create real and lasting change in your life, you must define what you want with absolute clarity. And that clarity will become the driving force that propels you toward your destiny. The most powerful people in history, those who have created revolutions, built empires, and made their mark on the world, all had one thing in common: definiteness of purpose. They didn't leave their success to chance or rely on the winds of fortune. They knew exactly what they were aiming for, and their purpose was a force so powerful that it guided them through every obstacle, every setback, and every challenge they encountered. They didn't stumble upon success by accident. They created it with their focus, their unwavering commitment to a single clear purpose. When you have a definite purpose, your mind becomes a laser, focused on a singular target. Think about it. How can you hit a target if you don't even know where it is? You can throw an arrow into the air, but it's nothing more than a random shot in the dark. The same applies to your life. Without a defined purpose, you're just drifting, hoping that one day you'll find your way to success. But hope is not a strategy, and wishing is not a plan. Purpose is the compass that guides every action you take. Without it, you will always be lost. With it, you have direction, and every step you take is purposeful, every action intentional. Your purpose is the reason you get up in the morning, the reason you push through the hard days, and the reason you keep going, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It gives your life meaning, and it pulls you toward your goals with an irresistible force. When you have a definite purpose, nothing in the world can distract you. The people who succeed don't get distracted by the noise around them because they are focused on the singular goal that drives them. Their purpose isn't just a vague idea. It's a burning desire, a commitment that defines their every move. One of the most powerful aspects of definiteness of purpose is that it creates clarity. Clarity is freedom. When you know exactly what you want, every decision you make is easier. You don't waste time wondering whether you should do this or that because you have a clear vision of the path you need to follow. Clarity allows you to act with confidence, knowing that every choice you make is in alignment with your ultimate goal. When your purpose is crystal clear, you know which opportunities to pursue and which to walk away from. You no longer spend your time on things that don't matter. Instead, you focus on what will bring you closer to your goal. But here's the reality: definiteness of purpose doesn't come easily. It requires deep introspection, a willingness to ask yourself hard questions, and the courage to face the truth about what you truly want. Many people live their lives without ever truly defining their purpose because they are afraid of failure, afraid of disappointment, or afraid of the responsibility that comes with setting a clear goal. But the truth is, not having a purpose is far worse than the fear of failing. Without purpose, you are drifting through life, reacting to circumstances instead of taking charge of your destiny. A clear purpose forces you to confront your fears head-on and to take full responsibility for your life. It asks you to make a decision and commit to it fully. The decision to pursue your purpose is the moment your life begins to change. Once you make that decision, the path ahead becomes clearer, and you begin to notice opportunities that you would have missed before. Your purpose creates momentum, and that momentum leads to success. When you commit to a definite purpose, you create a roadmap for your life. Every step you take is aligned with your goal. Every decision moves you closer to achieving what you've set out to do. This commitment is what allows you to keep going when things get tough. When you know exactly what you're working toward, it becomes easier to push through the hard times. You see challenges as part of the process, not as roadblocks, because you know that each step is necessary to get you closer to your goal. Purpose turns every difficulty into a lesson and every failure into a stepping stone. Another key aspect of definiteness of purpose is that it gives you a sense of urgency. When you know exactly what you want, you no longer have time to waste. Procrastination is no longer an option because you understand that time is your most valuable resource. You know that the longer you delay, the farther you move from your goal. A clear purpose forces you to act. Every day becomes an opportunity to take another step toward achieving your vision. To build definiteness of purpose, you must begin by asking yourself the most important question: what do you really want? What is it that truly drives you? What is the one thing that, if you achieve it, would make all the effort, all the struggles, and all the sacrifices worthwhile? When you can answer that question with confidence, you have found your purpose. And when you find your purpose, you hold the key to your future. It is time to stop wandering aimlessly through life, hoping for a miracle. Define your purpose, commit to it, and everything in your life will change. When your purpose is clear, you become unstoppable. The world will throw obstacles your way, but your purpose will carry you through. Your focus will sharpen, your resolve will strengthen, and you will find yourself moving forward no matter how difficult the road may seem. Definiteness of purpose is the key that unlocks your potential, and it is the foundation upon which all success is built. Desire is the fire that burns deep within your soul, the inner drive that pushes you to reach beyond the limits of what you thought possible. Without desire, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly on the ocean of life. Desire is the fuel that powers every action, every decision, every step you take toward your goal. If you don't feel a deep, burning desire for the life you want, you'll never summon the strength to overcome the obstacles that will inevitably stand in your way. Desire is the catalyst that transforms dreams into reality. Without it, those dreams will remain nothing more than distant hopes. Look around you, and you'll see that the most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by simply wishing for success. They got there because they wanted something so badly, so deeply, that they were willing to do whatever it took to achieve it. True desire isn't a fleeting wish. It's an unwavering, relentless need that propels you forward even when the road is rough. It's what separates the doers from the dreamers, the achievers from the wishers. Desire fuels your purpose and gives your actions direction. When your desire is powerful enough, nothing can stand in your way. But desire alone is not enough. Desire must be followed by passion, the intense, unyielding energy that propels you forward when the path gets difficult. Passion is the energy that turns desire into action, the force that keeps you pushing when others are giving up, the strength that allows you to overcome every setback and failure. That comes your way. Passion is what keeps the fire of desire burning bright when the world tells you to quit. It is the force that carries you through the darkest days and makes you relentless in your pursuit of your dreams. Imagine a person with a burning desire to succeed. They wake up every day with an unshakable commitment to their goal, and they have the passion to back it up. This person doesn't just think about success. They feel it, they live it, and they're driven by an unrelenting force that won't let them stop. When you have passion, you become unstoppable. Every challenge becomes an opportunity. Every failure becomes a lesson, and every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough you're working toward. Passion doesn't come from external circumstances. It comes from within you. It's the deep connection you have with your purpose, the emotional drive that makes you refuse to settle for anything less than what you know you deserve. When you find your passion, it ignites something within you that cannot be extinguished. It's the fire that keeps you going when the odds are against you, when others doubt you, and when you question whether the path is worth it. Passion gives you the strength to keep fighting when the world is telling you to give up. It makes you wake up every morning ready to take on the world, ready to put in the work, and ready to create the life you've envisioned. What makes desire and passion so powerful is their ability to align your thoughts, actions, and energy with your goals. When your desire and passion are in sync, you create an unstoppable force. Your thoughts become focused, your actions become decisive, and your energy becomes aligned with your purpose. This alignment is what allows you to break through the barriers that hold most people back. It's what makes you willing to sacrifice, to put in the hours, to do the work that others aren't willing to do. Desire and passion together form a powerful combination that transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. But here's the truth. Without both desire and passion, success is a distant dream. Desire gives you the direction, the vision of what you want to achieve, but passion provides the drive, the energy, and the relentless commitment to see it through. Without passion, desire remains just a thought, a fleeting wish that comes and goes. But when you combine the two, you create a force that cannot be stopped. Desire and passion will carry you through every failure, every disappointment, and every setback. Desire and passion don't come from external circumstances. They come from within. They are born from your deep connection with your purpose and your unwavering belief that you can achieve it. When your desire is burning hot, you become unstoppable. When your passion is relentless, there is nothing in this world that can break your spirit. With desire and passion, you become a force of nature, moving through the world with confidence, energy, and focus. The world will try to stop you, the challenges will test you, and the doubts will try to creep in. But when you have desire and passion on your side, you are indestructible. Success isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who are willing to want it badly enough. It's for those who are willing to fight for it, to sacrifice for it, and to stay committed no matter how long the journey takes. Desire and passion are the driving forces that will push you to reach higher, to go further, and to never give up. They are the essence of greatness, the source of every breakthrough, and the power that propels you toward your destiny. So ask yourself, what do you want? Do you have the desire to create the life you've always dreamed of? Do you have the passion to pursue that dream with everything you've got, no matter the obstacles in your way? Desire and passion are the keys to unlocking your greatness. When you ignite them within yourself, you will find the strength to overcome anything and achieve everything you've ever wanted. The fire is already inside you. All you have to do is light the match and let it burn. Faith in your vision is the cornerstone of every achievement. Without it, your dreams are nothing more than passing thoughts, fleeting ideas that fade when the first sign of difficulty appears. Faith is the conviction that what you envision is not only possible but inevitable. It is the deep, unwavering belief that your future is not defined by your current circumstances, but by the power of your vision. When you have faith in your vision, you begin to act with purpose, focus, and confidence, knowing that every step you take is bringing you closer to your goal. Faith in your vision is not just wishful thinking. It's not a vague hope that things will work out. True faith is a resolute belief that you are capable of turning your dreams into reality. It is the certainty that no matter what challenges arise, you are moving forward with a clear sense of purpose. This kind of faith gives you the strength to keep going when others would quit, and the resilience to rise every time you fall. It's the internal force that propels you to act, to persist, and to overcome. When you have faith in your vision, nothing can shake your resolve. What is your vision? Is it the life you've always dreamed of? The success you know you deserve? Or is it still a distant hope, something that feels just out of reach? Faith is what transforms that hope into a plan, a strategy, and ultimately, a reality. It's not enough to simply have a vision. You must believe in it so deeply that you are willing to take action toward it every single day, even when the path isn't clear, even when the road gets tough. Faith in your vision is the fuel that turns your dreams into actionable steps. The power of faith in your vision lies in its ability to create momentum. When you believe in your vision with all your heart, you stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks. Instead, you see them as temporary challenges, as opportunities to grow and strengthen your resolve. Faith allows you to maintain momentum, even when things seem uncertain. When others around you doubt, when the voices of fear and doubt try to take root in your mind, it is your faith that will keep you moving forward. Faith will push you to keep going when the road is unclear and the future uncertain. Consider the great visionaries throughout history who have shaped the world: Henry Ford, Steve Jobs, and Oprah Winfrey. These individuals didn't just have a vision, they had faith in their vision, a belief so powerful that it carried them through countless setbacks, failures, and struggles. Their faith in their vision made them relentless. When things got difficult, when others told them their ideas were impossible, they didn't back down. They had the faith to keep moving forward, to believe in their vision, and to bring it to life despite all odds. Faith in your vision is also about the clarity of that vision. When you have a clear vision, you know exactly what you are working toward. It becomes the lens through which you view every opportunity, every challenge, and every decision. Clarity brings focus. With a clear vision and strong faith, you don't waste time on things that aren't aligned with your purpose. You stop second-guessing yourself and start making decisions with confidence because your vision guides you and your faith in it gives you the courage to act. But faith in your vision isn't a passive belief. It's an active force that drives you to take consistent, deliberate action toward your goals. It's not enough to simply believe in your vision. You must prove your faith through your actions. Your faith is demonstrated by your work ethic, your perseverance, and your unwavering commitment to making your vision a reality. Faith without action is hollow. It's only through persistent effort that faith begins to shape your reality. When you believe in your vision, you will do whatever it takes to bring it to life, no matter how difficult or how long it takes. There will be moments when your faith will be tested. There will be setbacks, there will be failures, and there will be days when the vision seems out of reach. But this is where the true power of faith lies. Faith in your vision is not just about believing when things are going well. It's about believing when everything is falling apart. It's about trusting that the work you've put in will pay off, even when you can't yet see the results. Faith is what keeps you going in the face of adversity, and it's what gives you the strength to rise after every failure, to continue the journey when others would quit. Think about the challenges you face today. How do you view them? Do you see them as obstacles, or do you see them as stepping stones, temporary hurdles on the way to your vision? Faith in your vision allows you to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. With faith, every setback becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes a springboard, and every obstacle becomes an essential part of your success story. Faith gives you the ability to see beyond the immediate difficulties and to focus on the bigger picture, your vision. But faith in your vision doesn't just benefit you, it affects everyone around you. When you have faith in your vision, you become a source of inspiration for others. Your unwavering belief in your purpose becomes contagious, and it encourages others to pursue their own visions with the same intensity. People are drawn to those who are confident in their purpose because they exude strength, clarity, and focus. When you have faith in your vision, you become a magnet for opportunities, people, and resources that align with your purpose. So take a moment and ask yourself, how much faith do you have in your vision? Do you believe in it so deeply that you're willing to take bold, decisive action toward it every single day? Faith in your vision is the key to unlocking your potential. It will give you the strength to move forward when everything else seems uncertain. It will fuel your determination to keep going, even when the road gets tough. With faith in your vision, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Persistence is the key that unlocks the door to success. Without it, even the most talented, intelligent, and capable individuals will fall short of their true potential. Persistence is the unwavering commitment to keep moving forward, no matter the setbacks, no matter the obstacles, and no matter the challenges. It is the refusal to give up, the relentless determination to push through adversity, and the strength to continue when everything around you tells you to quit. In a world that rewards resilience, persistence is the ultimate differentiator between those who succeed and those who fail. It doesn't matter how great your ideas are, how bold your dreams are, or how well you plan your path. If you don't have the persistence to see things through to the end, your efforts will be in vain. Success is not a straight line from point A to point B. It is a journey filled with obstacles, failures, and unexpected detours. The difference between those who reach their destination and those who give up is the ability to persist in the face of adversity. When the road gets rough, persistence is what separates the dreamers from the achievers, the ones who make things happen from the ones who simply talk about it. Persistence means doing the work even when you don't feel like it, showing up every day and keeping your eyes on the prize no matter what. It's easy to be motivated when everything is going well, but real growth happens when things get tough. Persistence is about continuing to push forward when the excitement has faded, when the initial spark of motivation has dimmed, and when you're faced with setbacks. It's in these moments that persistence becomes the true measure of your commitment. When you decide to keep going despite the difficulties, you prove to yourself that you are serious about your goals and your dreams. Look at the stories of the most successful people in the world, and you will find one common trait: they never gave up. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed thousands of times before he succeeded. Yet he didn't see those failures as defeats. He saw them as steps toward success. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That is the spirit of persistence. Failure is not the end, but simply a part of the process. And persistence is the force that keeps you moving forward, even when you encounter it. The power of persistence lies in its ability to build momentum. When you keep moving forward, even when progress seems slow, you begin to build the momentum necessary for success. Every small action, every day you show up and put in the work, builds upon the previous one. Over time, these small actions compound and lead to massive results. It's the law of consistency. Persistence is about doing the right things over and over, even when you don't see immediate results. It is the small, consistent actions taken day after day that ultimately lead to the breakthrough you're looking for. Persistence also builds confidence. Every time you push through a challenge, every time you refuse to quit, you strengthen your belief in your own abilities. You begin to see that obstacles are not insurmountable and failures are not permanent. With each step, you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving your goals, and this confidence fuels further action. Persistence is the foundation of self-belief, because it shows you that you can handle whatever comes your way and continue moving forward no matter the difficulty. Yet persistence is not about mindlessly pushing forward without strategy or direction. It's about maintaining your focus on the goal while constantly learning and adapting. Persistence requires resilience and the willingness to adapt your approach when things aren't working. It's not about doing the same thing over and over if it isn't producing results. It's about staying committed to your vision while being willing to refine your methods and strategies. The key is to keep moving forward, to keep learning, and to keep improving, even in the face of setbacks. Think about the countless people who give up just one step before their breakthrough. They quit too soon because they didn't see the fruit of their labor. They didn't see the progress they were making. But persistence doesn't care about the immediate results. It's about knowing that you are on the right path, and even if the road is tough, every step you take brings you closer to your destination. The moment you decide to quit is the moment you lose the opportunity for growth and success. Those who persist are the ones who ultimately succeed. One of the greatest strengths of persistence is its ability to keep you in the game long enough for success to find you. Success is often the result of staying the course, not giving up when others would. It's about outlasting the challenges, outworking the competition, and outlasting your doubts. There will always be tough days, moments of self-doubt, and times when it feels like you're not making progress. But persistence is about holding on during those times, trusting the process, and knowing that each small step forward is one step closer to your breakthrough. Persistence is also about embracing failure as part of the journey. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. The more you persist through failure, the more you learn and grow. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about using failure as a stepping stone. Persistence means standing up after each fall, learning from the experience, and continuing your journey. With every failure, you grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared to handle the challenges that lie ahead. So, if you are facing difficulties, If the road seems long, and if the results aren't coming as quickly as you'd like, remember this. Persistence is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the force that will carry you from where you are today to the success you desire tomorrow. As long as you keep moving forward, as long as you refuse to quit, you are destined to reach your destination. The key to achieving anything in life is simple: persist and never stop. Mastering your mind is the single most important thing you can do to achieve greatness. Without control over your thoughts, desires, and emotions, you will forever remain a slave to external circumstances, swayed by every passing challenge or obstacle. Your mind is the most powerful tool at your disposal. It can either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. The question is, do you know how to master it? Mastery over your mind isn't something that happens overnight, but it is the one skill that guarantees you can turn any dream into a reality. Your mind is constantly bombarded with thoughts, both constructive and destructive. It is essential that you take control of which thoughts you allow to dominate your thinking. Without this control, your mind becomes like a wild horse, running in every direction and pulling you off course. The mind doesn't know the difference between positive or negative thoughts. It simply acts on what you feed it. When you focus on negativity, doubt, or fear, your mind works against you. But when you train your mind to focus on solutions, confidence, and possibility, it works for you, propelling you toward your goals. Most people are unaware of how much power they give away to their thoughts. They let fear dictate their actions, they allow doubts to paralyze them, and they let negative emotions steer them off course. Mastering your mind means you take complete responsibility for your thoughts and emotions. It means understanding that no matter what happens in the external world, you have the power to choose how you respond. This choice, this control over your mindset, is what gives you the power to shape your life. The thoughts you think consistently determine the life you create. One of the most powerful tools for mastering your mind is discipline. Just as a muscle grows stronger with consistent training, so too does your mind when you commit to mental discipline. Mental discipline is the ability to direct your focus and attention where you want it to go, rather than allowing your mind to wander aimlessly. With discipline, you begin to practice positive thinking, gratitude, and affirmation daily, and over time, your mind becomes conditioned to focus on possibilities, solutions, and growth. This practice of discipline is the foundation for mastery, and it can only be achieved with persistence. You must also understand that your mind is constantly working to create your reality, whether consciously or subconsciously. Your thoughts, repeated over time, form your beliefs, and your beliefs shape the actions you take. If you constantly think thoughts of failure, doubt, or negativity, you will believe that success is beyond your reach. If you continuously think thoughts of confidence, opportunity, and possibility, your belief system will shift, and you will start taking actions that lead to your success. The reality you experience is a direct reflection of your mindset. Controlling your thoughts is not about denying negative emotions or pretending that you don't face challenges. It's about choosing not to dwell in them. The key to mastering your mind is not to resist negative emotions, but to acknowledge them and let them pass without allowing them to dictate your actions. The mastery of your mind is the ability to choose your response to situations and to rise above emotions like fear, anger, or frustration. The more you practice this, the less control negative emotions have over you, and the more power you have to choose actions that align with your goals. It's also important to understand that mastering your mind means silencing the noise around you. The world is full of distractions, doubts, and people who will try to sway you off your path. If you allow yourself to be influenced by every opinion or every external circumstance, you will find it impossible to move forward. Mastery over your mind involves shutting out the distractions, filtering out the negative influences, and focusing solely on what serves your purpose. This is where clarity and focus come into play. When you train your mind to focus, to block out the noise, and to center on your goals, you will find the strength and direction you need to succeed. A powerful way to take control of your mind is through the practice of meditation and visualization. Meditation allows you to clear your mind, calm your emotions, and create a mental space where you can reconnect with your purpose. It's during these moments of stillness that your mind is most open to change, to new ideas, and to personal growth. Visualization, on the other hand, allows you to see your success before it happens. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, you condition your mind to believe in the possibility, and your actions begin to align with your vision. Another key to mastering your mind is developing an unshakable belief in your ability to succeed. When you believe in yourself, you are not swayed by temporary setbacks or failures. Instead, you use these as stepping stones, learning experiences that will ultimately bring you closer to success. Your belief in yourself and your vision must be so strong that nothing and no one can make you doubt it. This requires building self-confidence and resilience, knowing that no matter what happens, you are capable of handling it. When your mind is trained to believe in your ability, you become unstoppable. The true test of mental mastery comes when faced with adversity. It is easy to stay positive, focused, and disciplined when everything is going well. But what happens when the challenges mount, when the doubts creep in, and when the road gets rough? True mastery of your mind is the ability to maintain your composure, stay focused, and persist in the face of adversity. It's about controlling your thoughts and emotions, even in the midst of chaos, and choosing to respond with strength, resilience, and confidence. Mastering your mind is a lifelong process, one that requires daily practice and constant self-awareness. It's about understanding that your thoughts are the foundation for everything you achieve. The mind is a powerful tool, but only if you learn how to control it. Every action you take begins with a thought, and every success or failure begins in the mind. Master your mind, and you will master your life. The moment you take control of your thoughts, emotions, and focus, you step into your power and unlock your true potential. The power to create the life you want lies within you, but only if you can master your mind. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. It is the force that transforms your ideas, goals, and ambitions from mere thoughts into tangible results. Without action, even the greatest vision is nothing more than a fantasy. You can have the most detailed plans, the clearest vision, and the strongest desires, but unless you take consistent and deliberate action, those things remain nothing but a wish. Action is the heartbeat of success, the driving force that propels you forward, and the one thing that guarantees progress. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't wait for the stars to align, for the circumstances to be ideal, or for every piece of the puzzle to fall into place. They took action in spite of uncertainty, in spite of fear, and in spite of doubt. What sets them apart is their ability to act, even when the way forward is unclear. Action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Those who succeed are not the ones who wait for the perfect conditions. They are the ones who create the conditions by taking action, no matter how small or imperfect that action might be. Every goal, every dream, and every desire requires action to become a reality. You can have the greatest strategy in the world, but without execution, it's just a plan waiting to happen. Action is the spark that ignites the engine of progress. When you act, you begin to build momentum, and momentum is the force that pushes you forward. Without action, there is no momentum, and without momentum, success is merely a distant dream. The more you act, the more you create forward movement, and the closer you get to achieving what you desire. What often holds people back from taking action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of making mistakes, and fear of the unknown. These fears paralyze the mind and prevent us from moving forward. But the truth is, fear is simply an illusion. Fear doesn't exist in the present moment. It exists in the mind, created by what-ifs and uncertainties. When you push past fear and take action, you break the chains that hold you back and you start creating the future you want. Action is the antidote to fear because it forces you to focus on the present, on what can be done right now, instead of worrying about what might happen tomorrow. Taking action is not about waiting for inspiration to strike. Inspiration and motivation are fleeting, but action is what makes inspiration meaningful. The key is to act first, even when motivation is low, because action often leads to motivation. The more you act, the more confidence you build, and the more momentum you create. Action fuels motivation. So don't wait for the perfect moment or for everything to feel right. Start now, even if you don't feel ready, and trust that the momentum you create will carry you forward. It's important to understand that action is not always about big, sweeping moves. Small, consistent actions often lead to the most significant results. Every small step you take adds up over time, and the accumulation of these steps will eventually lead to great achievements. Action is about doing something every day that moves you closer to your goal, no matter how small that step may seem. It's the power of consistency that brings about lasting success, and consistency comes from taking action over time. Procrastination is the enemy of action. It is the thief that steals your time and your progress. Procrastination convinces you that there is always tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. The best time to take action is now, in the present moment. Every time you delay, you are robbing yourself of the opportunity to move forward. The sooner you take action, the sooner you begin to see results. Don't wait for the conditions to be perfect or for things to feel comfortable. Act now, and the results will follow. One of the most powerful things about taking action is that it gives you immediate feedback. When you take action, you learn quickly whether or not your approach is working. This feedback allows you to adjust your strategy, refine your methods, and improve along the way. Inaction keeps you stuck in a state of uncertainty, never knowing if you're on the right path. Action, on the other hand, provides clarity, allowing you to course correct and refine your approach until you get the results you desire. Action also builds self-discipline because it forces you to do the work, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Discipline is developed through the repeated practice of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The more you take action, the more disciplined you become. Discipline creates the consistency needed for success, and that consistency comes from showing up every day and doing the work. When you take action, you create a habit of success, and that habit becomes a powerful force in your life. The power of action lies in its ability to transform dreams into reality. The road to success is paved with action. It's not about waiting for the right opportunities to come your way. It's about creating those opportunities through the actions you take. Success is not reserved for those who wait for life to happen to them. It is for those who take action, who create their own opportunities, and who are willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn along the way. Taking action is also about being flexible and adaptable. The path to success is rarely a straight line. There will be detours, obstacles, and unforeseen challenges along the way. But when you take action, you open yourself up to learning and growth, and you can adjust your approach as needed. Flexibility is not about giving up on your goals. It's about finding new ways to achieve them when the original plan doesn't work. If you want to change your life, you must change your approach to action. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop waiting for motivation to strike. Start now and commit to taking consistent action toward your goals every day. Action is the catalyst for success, and the more action you take, the closer you get to the life you desire. Every moment you spend in action is a moment closer to your success. When you take action, you take control of your future. The power is in your hands. The time to act is now. The people you surround yourself with determine the direction of your life. The power of association is one of the most influential forces that shape who you become. Your success, mindset, and even your happiness are deeply affected by the people you choose to spend your time with. Whether you realize it or not, those around you influence your actions, your thoughts, and your attitude. The energy, beliefs, and habits of those you associate with can either propel you toward your goals or keep you stuck in mediocrity. We often underestimate the importance of our associations, but the truth is, your social circle plays a critical role in your growth. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This simple truth highlights the power of association. The people closest to you impact your behavior, attitudes, and ambitions. If you surround yourself with people who are driven, positive, and goal-oriented, you will naturally adopt these qualities. On the other hand, if you associate with those who are negative, unambitious, or stuck in their own limitations, you will find yourself gravitating toward the same mindset. The environment you choose to immerse yourself in directly affects the direction of your life. The influence of association is subtle yet profound. It shapes your beliefs, your habits, and your perspectives without you even realizing it. If you spend time with people who constantly talk about their dreams, their goals, and their successes, you'll begin to think about your own goals in the same way. You will start to adopt their mindset of growth, progress, and achievement. But if you're surrounded by those who focus on problems, limitations, and excuses, it becomes harder to maintain a positive outlook or take action toward your own aspirations. Your mind is constantly absorbing the energy and thoughts of those around you, and that energy will either push you forward or pull you back. One of the greatest powers of association is the ability to learn from others. When you surround yourself with successful, ambitious people, you gain access to their knowledge, experiences, and wisdom. You learn from their mistakes and successes, and you begin to see the possibilities that you may not have seen before. The right associations introduce you to new ideas, new perspectives, and new opportunities. They expand your vision and show you that what you thought was impossible is actually within reach. Being around people who have already achieved what you want to achieve creates a direct path to learning how to get there. But the power of association is not just about learning from others' successes. It's also about accountability. When you associate with people who hold themselves to high standards, you are naturally inspired to do the same. The people you spend the most time with serve as mirrors, reflecting your own behavior and habits back to you. If you want to achieve greatness, you must surround yourself with people who hold themselves to the same level of excellence that you aspire to. This creates an environment of mutual accountability, where everyone pushes each other to perform at their highest level. Association also shapes your identity and self-image. You can only rise as high as the people you spend your time with. If you are surrounded by people who think small, who settle for mediocrity, and who are content with the status quo, you will start to accept that as your reality. But if you surround yourself with people who think big, who are constantly striving for more, and who challenge themselves to grow, you will start to see yourself in the same light. Your association influences how you see your own potential and what you believe you are capable of achieving. However, association is not just about being around positive, successful people. It's about being around the right people. You don't need to associate with everyone, but you need to choose your associations wisely. Not everyone who seems successful is truly aligned with your vision or values. You must seek out people who share your principles, your ambitions, and your commitment to growth. When your values align with those of the people around you, the power of association becomes exponentially stronger. You will work together, inspire each other, and grow together. If your values don't align, no matter how successful those people might seem, the association will only drain you in the long run. The importance of association is also tied to the concept of proximity. You become who you are closest to, and that proximity shapes your opportunities. When you position yourself in the right circles, you gain access to resources, connections, and opportunities that would have been out of reach otherwise. Being in the right company opens doors that you would not have known existed. This is why successful people are often very intentional about their associations. They understand that the right people can accelerate their growth and help them achieve their goals faster. At the same time, the power of association goes both ways. Not only should you surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you, but you must also be the kind of person who can inspire and challenge others. When you elevate yourself, you elevate those around you. Your growth and success become a source of motivation for the people you associate with. The more you contribute to the success of others, the more you create a positive feedback loop that propels everyone forward. This creates a culture of mutual support and empowerment, where each person's success becomes intertwined with the success of others. It's also important to recognize that negative associations can have a long-lasting impact. If you are constantly surrounded by toxic, pessimistic individuals, their negativity will wear you down over time. Their limiting beliefs will become your limiting beliefs, and their doubts will become your doubts. It's crucial to eliminate toxic associations that drain your energy and prevent you from reaching your potential. You must be willing to distance yourself from people who hold you back and replace them with those who push you forward. Protect your energy and your mindset by choosing associations that nurture your growth. In the end, the power of association is the power to shape your destiny. The people you choose to spend your time with will either propel you towards your dreams or hold you back from them. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire you, who challenge you to become better, and who push you to reach higher. Your association determines the limits of your potential, and when you choose the right people, you unlock the doors to success and growth that were previously closed to you. In conclusion, the power of association is undeniable. The people you surround yourself with will either elevate or limit your potential. Choose your associations wisely, for they shape your mindset, influence your actions, and ultimately determine the success you achieve in life. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and support your growth, those who align with your vision and values. By doing so, you create an environment that fosters ambition, progress, and success, one that drives you forward when the road gets tough and inspires you to reach heights you never thought possible. Remember, your environment will either make you or break you. The power to change your life is in your hands, and it starts with the people you choose to walk with. So, take a moment to evaluate your associations and ask yourself, are these the people who will help me become the best version of myself? If the answer is yes, then keep moving forward together. If the answer is no, then it's time to take the necessary steps to surround yourself with those who can lift you up and propel you toward greatness. The right associations are not just a choice. They are the key to unlocking your true potential.